of all kings. I ride up on the wings of the wind.
Yes, so creativity is very important to Rastafari and how we develop certain things, most of the times we are creative in the natural way. People sometimes need you to invent some machine or some technological machine that's very creative, but we have been creative for years and centuries to the simple and natural way of life that sustain human beings on earth. And that is what we say, them giving up the creativity of nature and what nature has to offer, that you can put it together to make something exemplary for human subsistence. Now, we talk about the music, which is very important to how we use to propagate our philosophy. It's the only group of people that use a secular music to profess spirituality, and that is really something very creative to me. But it's not the only and main thing. One of the things is that even though we don't have a church or tabernacle, what they call temple or mosque or whatsoever, we don't have that. We was able to spread the philosophy and opinions of Rastafari throughout the continents, the 7 continents. And now we see Rastafari all over the place because of our creativity. We see a lot of people take it up. Even the people them that we would have called, Romans, we see that them move into that creative spheres. And sometimes look like them even want to take it away. Ironically, a whole heap of people move into the look of Rastafari and the cultural expression of Rastafari, because the culture is the greatest expression we have. No matter what we want to say. A lot of people, they accept the cultural expression, but when you talk about the Haile Selassie and them something there, they're doing other part there, but them into what we call the food, and even the locks now, which is a very important aspect of the creativity of Rastafari, knowing that Rastafari starts in a society where your ear is something of insignificant to certain cultural expression. And Rastafari has brought it to the fore to make it become a very significant cultural expression. As a matter of fact, I would say the locks is the most visible expression of Rastafari. And we are quite aware that it's not everybody who locks is Rasta, but it was Rasta who defined that aspect of our culture in the Western world here. Knowing that we have a lot of people all over the world who is locks and who have nothing to do with Rastafari. We can make mention of the sadhus, in India. We can mention in Nigeria, and where we might have gotten it from, in Kenya, from the Mama. But we have used that lax cultural manifestation as a part of our defiance to Western society, where them used to tell you, say, you have to groom your ear properly to get where you want to go. We have seen that a whole heap of Rastafari brethren has maintained that cultural expression, has really have gotten anywhere they want. So we give thanks for that creativity in Rastafari. We also talk about the language of the Rastafari community. When I was just citing Rastafari, there were certain words that Rasta would have never used. And there were certain ways, attitude in the words that people don't understand what we were saying. And that in itself is using the English language against the language. In other words, when we hear something say, don't oppress her, we say, don't press her. And to show that it can't up and press the same way. You have to down press it, make it go down. And there's certain words that we usually like ital. People were scared of those words in the early times when you say ital livity. people wonder what you talk about, and them say it's natural. You know, so that to me is a very creative thing to use a language that we was brought up in and not knowing any other language, but recognizing how sometimes even ridiculous the English language is, to use it against itself and create another language as a Rastafari chant or Rastafari expression. To me, that is very creative for a group of people who you would say coming from the worst part of Jamaican living, coming through the worst part of the thinking, where people say, you're idiot because you say Haile Selassie. You know, I'm not saying because you say Haile Selassie. We was able to create a language within a language. We was able to create the visible expression of locks and make one know, say, why, what you know. You don't have to look certain way if you talk about, say, why you are accepted. And we have seen that we've been through it, we got through it, and we struggle for it and fight for it. The food is the next aspect of the creativity. The food is where now we decide, say, italivity, meaning now going forward to nature, realizing that, you know, the naturalness of the earth is what sustains we, and we don't need to add or subtract nothing from it. Now we see a whole heap of people, some people call themselves vegetarian, you have lacto-vegetarian, you have vegan vegetarian, all different vegetarian. We never used to talk about vegetarian, we used to talk about ital. And italivity is a very important part of Rastafari, and that is what we have given the Western world. When no one was into vegetarian, this and vegetarian, that we, the Rastafari, brethren and sisters, not coming out of any formal school about dietary laws and dietary this and dietary that, but through the experience and the revelation that was given to us, through just observing nature and living amongst nature, we developed this way of eating that is now in the mainstream. The mainstream of Jamaica and the mainstream of a whole heap of places that you go now. People want to know where the Rasta man eat or what him do to, you know, stay healthy and all these things. And we see now, even now more than ever in this time of the COVID, we realize a whole heap of people stirred into Rastafari to find out which bush and which herbs and all them things. Yet still, even though Rastafari is not the creative, original creative, because we can't be like Columbus and say we discover that and we discover that. These things was here from long time from our ancestors. It just come to us through what we call a living experience. You know what I'm saying? Experience teaches wisdom. Experience in the Rastafari community is a very important part of the creative element that guide and push Rastafari to a level of worldwide now. We're talking about worldwide, I mean worldwide. Everywhere you go, people say, you have a group of people in Jamaica named Rasta, and them say Haile Selassie and these things. So what I'm really saying is that there's a whole heap of creative elements in Rastafari that sometimes you don't even look on it as a creative element, but that is what has sustained is the creativity of creativity that Rastafari bring to the fore, that has caused us to sustain ourselves over the years without having a church, having any school, any hospital, all these things that people are saying, why look how long Rasta there and them not have no hospital? Look how long Rasta there and them not have no school. We have a school, but school is not a building, church is not a building. Because sometimes, you know, people are going to church, you know, and it's God them I look for, God not the church. You know, so we talk about experience, and experience teaches wisdom, and that is what we send across to the world without writing any book about this is what Rasta is supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do. Automatic transmission through vibration and through wisdom and understanding and knowledge. We was able to push our creative force, our creative spirit inside of people who never ever come to Jamaica yet. And this is really very important when we talk about creativity. You know, we know about the music already. We don't even want to touch the music. We don't even want to touch the music because the music is the last part of this chain, this link. Even though it helps to push the vibration of Rastafari out there in the world. But we want to glorify what elders before I and where I come experiencing in our life to say, look here, these elements of Rastafari is very important. Vitality, you know, lax, even though you have some people that say lax is not important. Lax is very important to Rasta, very important. You know, you have some youth saying you don't have to dread to be a Rasta. That is an argument because all of them is dread, all of them are black. What them should have said is that not because the dread is a Rasta, and we understand that. It's not because your dread is a Rasta, but really and truly, the consciousness of Rastafari is propelled even more through the image of the lax. You know, and people who read Bible must know that God said make man in his own image. And if God make man in his own image, Rastafari have an image. Image is a physical manifestation of something. And the image of the Rastafari cannot be denied. It's a lax man. And we are very conscious that you have bongo man from them time there that never have lax. I will not exempt them, but we are saying within the cultural space, within the creativity of Rastafari, the lax is a very important aspect of who we are as a people, what we call a new creation. We're there, so, and we're not going anywhere in relationship to how our liberty is. And no matter how the thing circle and go round and round and round, it always comes back to the same thing. Rastafari is a creative force in the earth. And we have so much other things and so much more things to offer. If people that just understand who them is amongst. Because you know, sometimes if you read the Bible and say, be careful how you entertain strangers, you might entertain angels unaware. And we are saying, maybe the Rasta, brethren and sisters, is that angel that people want to entertain, but is scared to entertain us because of our look, because of our manner, because of how we talk, because of what we think. Because when we say Haile Selassie, and we are saying, but when you look say Haile Selassie, Ayata about, it's not no different. It's Ayata when you say Haile Selassie. That is a creative thing that is not in the Western world. When we talk about Haile Selassie, people say it's foolishness, it's stupidness. And them can't show with nothing. A man tell me one time, says time Rasta fool himself and talk about this man with dead long time. I have to answer him and say, but it's 2,000 years, your Jesus dead. And you still heal this dead man. Rastafari just come here the other day and you tell me you must stop that. Within the creative element, within the creativity of Rastafari, we have created something and designed something that is very important to hold on to. And we have to hold on to it. We can't make them sidestep and move over this stuff. Just straight like an arrow. We have to go straight like an arrow. And the creativity, what Rastafari creates as a livity, is what must sustain it continuously. Give thanks.
Aziz, we give thanks for that fire, Baba Mutabaruka. Oi, we have the lion bumps right here as you spit that fire and drop more knowledge. Aziz, highly high. We give thanks so much, and we just want to say a special salute to the eye, because we are of the overstanding that today is the 29th anniversary of Stepping Razor, and it too was launched on the 1st of March 1992, celebrating the victory at Adwa.
Of course, that is so beautiful that you know that, and remember that we started 29 years ago. We are a lot of youth right now who used to listen to over the years. It's now in universities and school where them parents used to tell them, say, why want to listen to that mad boy? The youth them tell me, say, them afraid, take them radio and put on them till up to listen. Because I was saying some things that them never hear about. students in a youth tech and university listen to the while them do them homework. And now, because of those youth, we get to travel all over the world because a lot of them is in university now. And them want us to come to them school because what them say is that, say, Mutabaruka says some things where is when we come up at the university, so me hear my professor with the same thing. So them so anxious the other youth know me, them send for it. I will give thanks for that, so that the youth, them that used to get both. A youth call me one night and say, him mother chose something and lick him like in knee. Because them say, man talk to follow this damn idiot Mutabaruka where I walk up and down barefoot. You understand? Yet still now, the mother take what we have said serious now and I confront our past them with the argument what we have now. See? So all these theologians and all these people used to call me idiot and mad. Them want us to come talk at them seminary and them this and them that and that. And I talk and I say, but you know what him say really makes some little sense, Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense, but you don't listen. You have to listen, and you have to listen with a keen ears and an open mind to understand what Rastafari has been saying over the years. When we say Emperor Haile Selassie, ones want to say, yeah, but a little man over there, so we have praise the man over there. So it's not no man over there, so we have praise. When you say Haile, the Father and the Son is one. So it's Haile. So you don't have to look over this or over here. So Rastafari represent Rastafari, Haile Selassie. Give thanks.
And I want to give thanks, Muta, for you really standing up for the culture when it's not popular or convenient to do so. And I will understand what I'm speaking about even currently. And, those of us in the diaspora and around the world, we thank you for really standing for something, while we see one slipping into the ways of the world. I really,
yes.
take that post serious, and we really give thanks for that.
We're not the world more than most ones, but we're not half the world. See, so when we are trampled down and I go through airports and things, I feel the man in a van shoot and all them something there. And we not cater for that. And we don't know how much money that do that for 40 years. I walk through anywhere. 6 continents. We don't go to Antarctica yet, I hope to go to Antarctica. Them say them have the same continent. We go 6 continents. Walking this way for 40 years. In and out. People marvel, people baffle, people sweat. People question and all these things. But we not care. We just travel through and I go through. We don't eat certain food for years. And we lack us grow and we not cut it. Something serious, I forgot to take it off of my head. I remember them threatening to do it in a Bahamas the first time I go to Bahamas. Them want to cut off my locks and I say, me never know some of that dead for locks. Even though the locks can grow back. But with that dead feet, And it so happened that the policeman looked at my passport and realized, I don't know, he's a Rasta because in them days, me and Rasta never have American visa. And when I'm looking at my passport, him see American visa, him see German visa, him see French visa, and all them things there. Him have to hold back and come at the hotel where him say, when me tell him to stay at a certain hotel, them carry police go down at the hotel, go ask if I show, because they don't know Rasta going to them hotel there. So them realize about Rasta, it's not a easy Rasta this and all. See, because him ask me if them allow me on the plane, my ear looks up. That is how backward them was in a them time there. Now we say, on CNN, you see man I read news in lax. On all of them MSNBC, you see lax man I give opinions and all them things, and people I invite you all over the world to come talk. And parents want them to talk to them children now. When them used to run from me, when them used to threaten the picnic them and say, don't go near that man there, the man there, that black heart man, carry you go up in that Warwick, but to kill you and all them something there. Now them are asked if you come at them school, come talk to them children. So it's how it work. It work.
Give thanks, give thanks.
Full circle, we give thanks for this lioneer. The stone that the builder refused shall always be that head
The
corner.
building, not the head corner, the building.
Yes,
The
I
head
stand
corner,
corrected.
the stone that the builder refused become the building.
Building.
Are we that? Yeah, man, the building will become now. If you touch one of the stone, them the whole building gone down.
Oh,
Yes.
King of all kings, I ride up on the wings of the wind.